Hi guys, I was out a couple of days ago and I picked up the 4 seasons of The Professionals. Now this is quite expensive on Amazon. I mean, it's a ridiculous price for what this is, but I got this for about 20 odd quid and I'm very happy with this. I've already watched about 2 box sets in the actual full line of it. Yeah, I mean, he's got the greatest, one of the best intros for this type action program going. I mean, in the first 6 seconds from where it starts to the actual CI5 silhouette is pretty amazing. So the thing is with this, there's no extras on this set, which I'm quite disappointed about. I didn't think, because it was so cheap, I just bought it. And I was hoping, I know there's another box set with extras and this hasn't got it, but for what this is, it is very expensive. So you get the full 4 seasons, as you can see, that's the box. 57 episodes, uncut and digitally remastered. Every episode ever made, even the banned one, The Klansman, which it is ridiculous, but I've watched it and it's sort of interesting. I sort of understand why they banned it. But it has been shown on cable networks and in other countries except in this country. But I mean, their attitudes in this, I mean, these guys are going around drinking all the time and beating baddies up and the womanizers and stuff, but this is back from another time. This is the 80s. I don't want to get into politics and get all politically correct. As a kid, I grew up on this and I found it were on every Friday night, and I used to get so excited, and I used to play Bodie and Doyle with my friends outside. Nobody wanted to be Cowley. Everybody wanted to be Bodie and Doyle, or you had to be a baddie. So there's some interesting history of this. I did a lot of research. I read quite a lot about it, about the politics behind the programme. Martin Shaw really did carry on about certain aspects of it. They wanted more character detail, and he thought it was all a bit plastic, you know. It was a bit. He wanted more depth with characters, but in here there is episodes where you do get some depth with the characters, which, I mean, there's the episode with Bodie where he's suffering from something from years ago with these bikers, and he wants to get his revenge. It's something he needs to do, and obviously Cowley and that are onto it, which is a good one. It's a good episode. With what is it? Doyle, there's another one where he sort of gets shot and he's in between life and death, and he's about should he live or not, and that, I mean, there is some really good episodes in it to get your teeth into. So there's 4 discs in each set. I'll just take one out. Right, there's 4 discs in each set, as you can see, you know. There was 2 credits. There's one, hang on, so that's, sorry, I've scripted this, but I'm not sticking to what I'm meant to be reading on the board over there. But as you can see, it's a really nice set, this, but I think it's overpriced to actually buy it. But what I paid for it, I'm not complaining. So you get all 4 discs. When the discs start, and you know, you get the music and stuff and different pictures of them. But yeah, I mean, I watched season 1 and I did clear most of season 4, which I thought was the best one. I mean, there were episodes like Lawson's Last Stand, where he builds himself a frame, this like crazy colonel, with this germ warfare, no gas, which is a really good episode. Because you can see the connections to the New Avengers in this, with it coming from Brian Clemens, which is sort of interesting. I know that they're trying to get away from New Avengers, but Bodie and Doyle's origins are an episode of the New Avengers where they sort of work together. Now, the rumours are that they never got on, but they did. I think Martin Shaw was like a Shakespearean actor, and Lewis Collins came in from, he was like a really good looking sort of looks type movie looking actor, wasn't he? You know, and I don't think he had Shaw's experience, but when they worked together, they sort of got on. Gordon Jackson's ruthless as Cowley. I really do like George Cowley's character. I mean, this guy's going around nicking prime ministers or ministers. He don't care. He's dedicated to his job as a patriot. But I do like the whole thing of CI5, that their mandate is like, because there's all these different law enforcement agencies and it's all interdepartmental rivalry, but CI5 has got this remit where they can search your house without warrants, tap your phones. These guys are like the best. They get them from all like the SAS, the paras, the police, all kinds of like law enforcement divisions and military. And they sign up and they're all really well paid. And they fight fire with fire. I mean, these guys are like, they're in there kicking ass. And you do see this in this. It is brilliant. There's an episode called Foxhole, which is one of my personal favourites. And this guy builds a foxhole on top of an office block and he's shooting at a hospital to get a ransom because he got locked up for a bank job for 25 years. And you think it's all playing out, but at the end it's a great ending to the episode because this guy thinks he ends up topping himself because he's so embittered against the system because he got caught, and it really goes into this and people around him, and it's great. I mean, there's some fantastic episodes. There's one with Bodie where he goes away with his girlfriend for the weekend and ends up capturing a terrorist off duty, and the terrorists attack this house and he's in there against about 5 or 6 of them. They've all got guns and he's on his own, I mean, with his girlfriend, these other people in this house, holding out so they can get to Cowley and Bodie, Doyle. Anthony Newley was originally the original Bodie, but there was no chemistry. Brian Clemens thought there was no chemistry between between them both, so they brought in Bodie. And I like Bodie's character. I find him quite fascinating. I really do. But this is from a different time. It's not like today where it's a lot more grayer and things are more politically leaning now. There's a lot more depth with programmes now. But this stands on its own. And, if you're wanting a good time, I do recommend The Professionals. It is really good. As I was saying, there were 2 credit scenes, and the first one where they pull up in a Rolls Royce and they run out, Cowley times them, and this like scene where they're in a warehouse flying down zip lines and fighting and stuff, which is sort of pretty interesting. But the second intro which they introduced is more professional, and it gives that edge. I mean, the music and how it's starting, the silhouette when they're walking into the screen, then up comes the Professional CI5 Criminal Intelligence. It's really good. Gareth Hunt actually was looking at actually to be in this from the New Avengers, but he was so wrapped up filming in Canada. But he was approached. It was on the website, which is quite interesting. So imagine if he'd have been Bodie or Doyle, it would have been sort of pretty weird. But you can see the connection to the New Avengers, and I love the New Avengers. I'm such a fan of that show. Anything to do with like Brian Clemens stuff, I'm just really hungry for it. He did some awesome stuff. But yeah, it would have been, they did remake this in the 90s, the New Avengers. Now I've only managed, I did get hold of the box set of it, and I managed to watch about 8 or 9 episodes, and the casting's not so bad, but it is not this. It hasn't got this. I don't know. It just doesn't work. And Lexa Dog, she's in it, and she's great. I mean, the character's great. It's a very modern CI5. Whereas this, it's like the Sweeney, and it's from that time frame. It's like when men are men and all that. This is what it's about. And all right, but yet again, there is a massive following for this, male or female. It doesn't really matter. People like this. This is just a pure, simple pleasure to watch, and it's something you get out a couple of times a year, put on the odd episode, and really enjoy it. So I do recommend this box set, guys, if you're into like stuff from this time frame. I mean, there is a really interesting history to this, especially the politics behind the scene. And it's just awesome. Really enjoyed it. So I do recommend this, guys. I'll see you on the next video. I am working on with friends. We're doing a comedy. We're gonna do the comedy for the intro. We're going to be filming in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, please watch that, guys. It's going to be really funny. Honestly, it's only 45 seconds of footage, but we're going to be taking the absolute piss out of this. I mean, the comic strip did two versions, Bodie and Foyle. And I think it was Bodie for the Bullshitters, which was a really funny thing. And the department had made cutbacks, and they had bus passes, and they used telephones to make phone calls. And where they were like retired, and Foyle was like an artist, and Bodlam, I forgot what he was called, but he's running a hardman agency called Knobs, and it's really funny. You know, and there was another, I think they filmed another one as well a year or so later. But yeah, I think they're on YouTube, the Bullshitters, so give it a check. But guys, I recommend this. This is pure viewing pleasure. Love it. Anybody will like this. It's just a great rush to get through. Honestly, pizza, a couple of beers, bang on the professionals, you've made your night. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next video, and should be interesting, because you should check out the pound shops where I picked this up. Alright guys, all the best.